Hello and welcome in, everyone. This is Scootsy16 with another video for the Super Mega Baseball 4 game. If you've been following along, you maybe have recently seen my chemistry and traits tutorial videos, part 1 and part 2. And that was actually with a plan in place because I have a brand new series that I'm bringing to YouTube. I'm very excited about it. I think that there is some really unique features of this series that I'll be showing off as we go through this. And this video is intended to be just kind of a showcase and a setup of what this new series is going to look like. And as we go through some of this, you might be a little confused. Some of it will make sense as we start playing. I'm happy to answer questions in the comments down below, but also keep in mind that some of this will require some of the background information I covered in the traits and chemistry videos. If you're not too familiar with how they work and operate in this game, that would be helpful for that. I'll remind you all at the end to check those out if you would like, and I'll also put those in the description down below as well. So if you're looking for them, go take a look down there. All right, so what do we have going on here? Well, the new idea that I came up with, and I worked through some strategies and how this structure will take place with some friends on a Discord that I'm on. And this new series is going to be called the Chem Lock League, or the Chem Lock Challenge Chemistry, right? So Chemistry Lock Challenge. So how does this work? Well, I've already put together a team, or I mean, not a team, but a league. This is the Chem Lock League. And you'll see it's structured very similar to the Super Mega League. So two conferences, 4 divisions, and 20 total teams. What team we're going to be playing as is going to be completely randomized, just like everything else here has been randomized. All the players have been randomized. Everything has been randomly generated. What my plan is going to be is we're going to take a random team. We are going to determine what their chemistry structure is, like what chemistries are at tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. And then my challenge is to stay within those chemistry structures to be successful with that team. One thing that I found in this game after I think close to 1,500 hours in Super Mega Baseball 4 alone, and all the time that I've put into all my different franchises, I have found that I keep going back to some of my most comfortable traits and my most comfortable chemistries, and anyone who knows me knows that that's Spirited. So I want to try and break out of that mold. I want to try something new. So what I've come up with is I'm going to do a shuffle draft through this Chemlock League, and I am going to put together a team that fits a chemistry structure that's already been set up. So again, this will make more sense as I go through this. But first, I'm going to go into this franchise setup, not to actually get into a franchise just yet, but actually to just pick my team. So in the top left, you see we're on the Bone Chills right now, and there's that die with an R. I'm going to randomize my team. So if I click it once here really quick for you, you'll see that it'll just pick a new random team. So it jumped over to the Dirt Dogs. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click this button 5 more times, and whatever team I end up with at the after 5 randomizations will be the team that I start this franchise with. So we're going to go ahead and do it now. So here goes number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and here's number 5. So we're going to start as the Outlaws. So this is the team that we play off or start this whole franchise with, and it's going to be a shuffle draft with the Outlaws. But what players am I going to be choosing? What is my roster structure going to look like? I am going to head back over to the customization here, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to determine this. So I go back into customization, I go take a look at the league, and look, Outlaws is number 1 here in the water division of the Yin Conference. I am going to check out this team and the roster structure. And in the right-hand corner, you see all the way on the right, this is going to be a challenge already, I can tell. The bottom right-hand corner, you're going to see that the orange or the competitive traits are at tier 2 because they fit into that middle column. You'll see that Spirited is tier 1. That's going to break my heart. You'll see that purple or disciplined is at tier 3. You'll see that the blue scholarly is at tier 2, and then crafty is green. That's at tier 1. This is going to be my requirements as I set up and do my shuffle draft. So when I'm drafting my team for the Outlaws, I have to make sure that my orange is always at tier 2, spirited always tier 1, or yellow always tier 1, purple tier 3, blue tier 2, and green tier 1. So that means I can never have more than 2 yellow players or 2 green players on my team at any point, and I have to have at least 7 purple players. It doesn't matter how many you have in any given chemistry as long as they fall into those tiers, which means that I could have 3 to 6 orange players. I could have 3 to 6 blue players. I could have 7 or more purple players, but again, I can have 2 or less yellow and green. So that's going to be my structure to start with. This is going to be very challenging because there's a lot of traits in the chemistry of yellow and green that are going to be very valuable that I won't be able to take advantage of. So I have to be really careful as I'm structuring my roster. But as you can see with some of these examples here, there's some good players that have those unique traits in the purple category that I'm going to try and leverage as much as possible. So that means that when you see the next video, this will be the start of the shuffle draft. Again, this is more so my prep and explanation of what this league is going to look like. So as I get into this, what we're going to be doing is, again, starting the Chem Lock League. We're going to pick the Outlaws. Let's find the Outlaws. Some fun teams in this one, too. And then I am going to set some franchise setup presets. So let me explain what I'm choosing here. And then in the next video, we'll go ahead and jump into the shuffle draft. So these are only my personal preferences. It does not matter if you want to follow along. If you do something different, it's entirely up to you. We're going to start with 16 games per season. That's the least that we can do. My goal is to actually watch every game of this season and of this franchise, just so we can get even more familiar with the players that are on our team, as well as the players that are on the other teams. Innings, I'm actually going to set to 6. This is just for recording purposes. I want to make sure we can watch these games, but that the videos are not too long. So I've set it to 6 innings. Auto runner starting inning. I'm actually going to turn this off, meaning that even in extra innings, there will not be an auto runner on second base. It's just going to be standard inning, even in extras. Playoff teams is going to stay at 8, meaning that in each conference, there will be 4 playoff teams each for a total of 8. We're going to do 3 playoff game per series. And then lastly, we are going to start with a shuffle draft. So again, these are my personal settings that I've opted to do. I cannot wait for this challenge. And just a quick little note as to how this is going to work, like what's the challenge part of it. So while I have that limit on my roster structure, I also have a time limit for my success. So with the Outlaws, I have 5 years to win a championship. And if I cannot win a championship in 5 years, then I get fired as the coach of the Outlaws. And then I have to randomize and pick a brand new team. And I will export the league where it is after 5 years. And I will choose a new team and I will jump into that team. And that whatever their roster structure is for chemistry is what I have to align to at that point. So it's going to change as I change teams. If I win a championship, let's say in year 5 I win a championship, my clock resets and I get another 5 years to win a championship. So we can continue to stay on the Outlaws for a long time if I can continue to be successful. But if I go for a long stretch without any success, that's where our team is going to be changing because I'm getting fired. So if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments down below. If you are excited about this, please let me know. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can follow along and get updates as I post these videos. And then also, if you have any confusion as to what those chemistry tiers are that I was talking about, if you're kind of confused as to what I'm talking about with traits, go ahead and take a look in the description where you're going to find 2 videos that I've already posted around chemistry and traits, and a little tutorial explaining how they work for roster setup and team management. So that's all I have for you. The next time you see me, we're going to be jumping into a shuffle draft, and we're going to be working as the Outlaws to try and find a way to be victorious as early as possible. So thanks for watching. Can't wait to drop this for everyone. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you all next time. Bye, everyone.